Hey guys, how you doing? Right here again. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, it's Nitro Kyosho. Well, I've gotten a lot of questions about the V-Stacks. A lot of people want me to put a video out doing a programming and everything. I really haven't had a chance to do that. But I'm going to go over a few things the main things that people have been asking me about. And it's mainly the tail, okay, and the gyro setup. So I have the book here. I'm going to give you some tips and some things to do, some settings, and hopefully it'll keep your tail rock solid there. So the first thing here in the manual, guys, okay, you got your cheat sheets here they give you. The first thing you really want to do if you're having issues with the tail blowing out, the parameter menu, okay, that's the one when it's blinking. You have two parameters that you want to take a look at, D and F. Okay, now D, you have user defined, then you have purple, very low, red flashing, low, red solid, medium, blue flashing is high, and then blue solid would be very high. I put my Goblin and I put my T-Rex 500 both on very high, and they seem to perform pretty good. I've gone through the settings over the last couple of months, tweaking, and that's where it seems to really hold good. Now the other one is F. That's tail torque precompensation. Now this one, guys, you have low normal, high normal, low reverse, and high reverse. Now that is going to depend on the F in the first setup menu. Okay, the tail sensor direction. You're going to have to look at that first, guys, and see if you have it on red solid or blue solid, because you have to know if that's on normal or reversed. Okay, so say it's on normal, you're going to come down to F, parameter F, tail torque precompensation, and if it's on normal, you're going to set it to red solid, which would be high normal. Okay, if it's on blue, reversed, then you're going to set it on high reversed. I set mine on the highest settings for the tail torque precompensation parameter F and tail headlocking gain parameter D. Now, if that doesn't do it for you, the next thing you want to do, I have some different servo arms here, which I'll get up and show you in the camera. Depending what style you have. There's that kind there. You have smaller ones. You have bigger ones. They come in all different sizes, guys. Okay. Now, if you take a look, you have the different holes. You have 4 holes, for example, in this one, guys. Now, if you're having issues where your tail, alright, you can't get your gain high enough and your tail is blowing out, but every time you try to raise your gain, the tail starts wagging like crazy. Well, what you can do, what I did, I had a 42 gain on my T-Rex 500, and just by moving the servo ball in from the first one to the second one, it changes the resolution, guys. And I was able to shoot the gain up to like 51 from 42, which is huge, a huge gain. So that's another thing you can do. You can slowly move the ball in, but remember when you do it, you're going to have to readjust your rudder rod a little bit, a few clicks here or there, because it's going to change your blades, and you're also going to have to go back into, hold on one second, guys, you're going to have to go back into, after you change the ball position on the servo arm, you're going to have to go back into, what which one is it? Right here. And set up the first setup menu, E, tail servo rotor endpoints. And you guys already know how to do that, where you move the rudder stick. You don't want your slider there slamming into the walls of the back here, into the side of the helicopter either way. You want that just like a little bit of a hair in between so it's not hitting. So you have to redo that, guys, and you have to adjust your rudder rod a little bit. Now the next thing you can do, or actually the last thing really, if you're having issues, I'm going to have to take the, let me just make sure, yeah. I'm going to take the camera off of the pod, guys. I'm going to show you something else you can do. So let me position this helicopter so we can get at it. Alright, and let me straighten these blades here. Alright. Try not to make anybody dizzy, guys. I apologize if I do. I'll try not to. Now the next thing you can do, guys, to help yourself out here if you're having tail issues, is the helicopter, these blades are going to spin, when they spin, the main blades are going to spin clockwise. Alright? So the torque reaction of these helicopters, the tail always wants to push to the right. Okay, that's the way it always wants to push. So what you can actually do is you have a thicker side on your tail blade, just like on here. You have what's called a leading edge, and then you have the thin side, which is the trailing edge. This is spinning counterclockwise, okay, to fight the torque of this spinning clockwise of the main blades. So what you want to do is, you might not even have to have adjusted that pitch rod, guys, okay? Because if it's off a little bit and it's off the right direction, you won't have to. What you want is, when this thing starts up, is you want to have between 3, maybe 2, 3, some guys even will put 6 degrees of pitch going this way. Okay, so your leading edge, either blade, it doesn't matter, is going to be biting this way. Okay, pointing going that way. And you're going to have it so they look a little bit twisted. Okay. And basically, you don't want it extreme like that, obviously. You don't want it. You want it pretty almost centered, but you want it a little bit biting. Anywhere from 3 to 6 degrees of pitch you can go. I do about 3. Some guys will do 6, a little more extreme. But if you do that, guys, it's automatically it's almost giving you like some pre-torque compensation right off the bat. Okay, and by having it like that, it's going to help the tail also. Okay, so those are my little tips on the B-Stex, guys. If you're having issues, right here in the manual, okay, these parameters, D and F. Okay, I set them on high all the way, and changing the, probably see better with the black one, changing the ball, okay, on these by just moving them in. If you have it on the end, move it in one, move it in one. Make sure none of your linkages are binding or anything. And trust me, guys, just by moving that ball in one is going to help you considerably. By doing these settings, they're going to help you considerably, and by adding a little pitch to that tail section is going to help you tremendous. So I hope that these tips help you out, guys, and I want to thank you guys out there for supporting my channel and all the nice comments you guys give me. I love making these videos. I love trying to help people and keep people in this hobby and just have fun. So thanks for watching, and if you'd like to subscribe, it's Nitro Kyo Show.